are pursuing many money laundering cases as far as we can pursue, because of course the missing element still is the cooperation from the other jurisdictions. That is not forthcoming. And sometimes we wonder that we are in grey list, but the money that has been taken from here is in countries which are not in the grey list. So that is something that, sometimes is like, okay, so why are we in the grey list then?
We approached the FATF for an interview. The FATF declined to speak to us. We would have liked to ask the FATF how it was possible for the UK, Switzerland and Luxembourg, among others, to be considered clean when these countries are known to be major money laundering centres, through whose economies billions of dollars of illicit money are reinvested every year.
The money is stolen here and it is hidden in the developed countries, in the developed world. If that is happening, it's not just the fault of Pakistani system that the money is able to go out. What I question is the double standards. So for example, if you ask on one side from countries like Pakistan to have more checks and be more open, we expect in return the same from other countries when we are investigating someone. We will write a mutual legal assistance request to, let's say, Switzerland, and we will say that we have information that Mr. A has a bank account in Switzerland in such and such bank. We don't know the branch, we don't know the account number, but he's definitely in the system and his identity, date of birth, everything is shared, and we will seek information. And maybe 1 year or 2 years after, we will receive certain questions from saying, can you identify the branch, or can you give us the account number? Whereas we have said in our first request, we don't have those. When Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf government came into power, we formed an informal arrangement with the UK authorities called Justice and Accountability Initiative, and NCA also set up a small anti-corruption unit within NCA, which was to assist in Pakistan on its request.
The Home Office and the NCA, the UK's National Crime Agency, are responsible for dealing with mutual legal assistance requests by foreign states. Pakistan filed numerous MLA requests in relation to the Shareef family's assets in London.
The requests on Shareef families are taking a lot of time. It's taking way too long to take some simple actions like, for example, freezing of assets or investigating the assets or the activities in the UK when people are facing charges or convicted of serious crime in Pakistan. Pakistan did its part. We did our investigation, we did our inquiry, but has there been any investigation on British side? We don't know. What about the Mayfair flats? What about the whole property portfolio of Hassan Nawaz that has come in Panama Papers? The impression that goes to people is that everyone who commits such crimes or who is involved in corruption ends up in London, living in Mayfair flats.
The main issues for developing countries are Western countries. Unfortunately, here in the UK and other Western countries, we can be very good at pointing the finger elsewhere and saying, hey, look at all that corruption over there. But the reality is we are facilitating that corruption. We are complicit in the laundering of public funds because we have a ready-made system ready to go where corrupt individuals can hide, can spend, can clean their money.
London and its role in the offshore world is that it's a money launderer's paradise. It's a money launderer's paradise or haven. It's a place where if you want to stash illicitly earned wealth, you can do so anonymously, and you can do so with relatively few checks and balances.
The Russian President Vladimir Putin has launched a major military operation against Ukraine.
Thousands of troops, backed by tanks and missile fire, have crossed the border into Ukraine on every front.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called on all of its citizens who were ready to defend the country from Russian forces to come forward, saying Kyiv would issue weapons to everyone who wants them.
We've already put in place